I'll be. I'd offer you my hand, stranger, but with the stone sleep taking me away, I reckon that's not the best idea. Still, I'm glad to see a new face before I leave this world behind. Especially someone with such a rare way about them. My name is Noleg. You're the last living soul outside my kin to hear that name. Well, I am a stone warden, and by our custom, a day comes when a stone warden begins to slip into the stone sleep. We give ourselves to the ore. Stone our forebears carved through for ages, raising halls and strongholds from its heart. We become yet another monument to the forlorn swords. You tell me. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's something different about you. They say the stone sleep makes folk more attuned to the rare and unusual things in this world. Seems you carry one of those in you. It depends on who you ask. Me, I feel no pain, just peace. I knew what I was signing up for. Every stone warden does. But not all see it the same way. My family passed long ago, so I leave no one behind. But Olaf, he still has his daughter, Fuska. And she's been arguing with Darvan for weeks now, fighting over what should become of her father. When the time draws near, one makes the journey to a place where they wish to fall asleep. And finally, when their body can no longer move or feed itself, their kin tend to them, feeding them, offering water, leaving gifts, and keeping vigil as the sleep takes hold. It's a deeply personal thing, different for everyone. I've known stone wardens who felt the first signs of the stone sleep at dawn, and by the next dusk, they were already searching for the place they'd turned to stone. And I've known others where it took years. There's no rule to it. I don't count the days anymore, but I can feel it's nearly time for me to choose a place for myself. Oh no. I'm just fine with how things are. One of the finest stone wardens I've known had a habit of diving headfirst into any hole he spotted underground. Nothing could stop him. Fuska doesn't agree with our tradition. Understandable. She doesn't want to lose her father. But the poor girl doesn't understand that being called to the stone is the highest honor for a stone warden. Darvan is the leader of the stone wardens, and right now, maybe the most important man in the tribe, since Tryggva's no good for anything anymore. Let's not talk nonsense, all right? Farewell, traveler. It was good to see a new face in the Ulfer village. Who knows? Maybe I'll still be around to see your coming bear some fruit.
Who goes there? Is it you, Fuska? I'm Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stone Warden's Brotherhood. It's rare I meet anyone from outside the tribes. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world is limited. And now, as you can see, I'm here to stay. So tell me, what brings you to us? Or perhaps you prefer I share some wisdom instead? Let me guess. Everyone's falling over themselves to answer the call. No? That's what I thought. This isn't the first time Gerfon has called for a moot to unite against Camelot. And, as you can see, no one's eager to show up. The truth is, the Dalriada are tired of war. Old feuds and fighting off the monsters of the weirdness are burden enough. We're too divided, too worn down to take on a fight beyond the Forlorn Swords. She's my daughter, a brave young woman who worries about me a great deal. She stops by every now and then to tend to my stone-bound body. A good girl, though if you ask me, she worries far too much. I'm not dying, after all. I'm simply entering the stoned sleep, and that's far better than dying. Nothing happened. This is the process of stoned sleep. It's my choice. I've chosen to leave this world on my own terms, surrounded by my brothers. The men you see here, frozen in time, are my kin. Each of them embraced the sleep, just as I do now. I know our customs may seem strange to outsiders, but trust me, there's no greater honor for a Stone Warden than to merge with the land we've served. We are the noblest of orders, forged from the strongest miners and smiths. Our history goes back to the earliest days of the Dalriada in the Forlorn Swords. We serve the land and its hidden treasures. Only the most skilled and devoted are welcomed among us. There's no room for aimless wanderers. We're born of the land, sustained by it, and in the end, we return to it. That's why we embrace the stone sleep. I forget sometimes. Those outside the tribes don't know our ways. It's no secret, so I'll tell you. Stone sleep is how we unite with the land we've worked and protected. It's the highest honor. A chance to become one with the soil that sustained us. We believe it grants a kind of immortality. We've never accepted anyone who isn't Dalriada. Not in living memory, anyway. Darvan sticks to traditions like moss on stone. So don't hold your breath. That said, the world's changing. Not necessarily for the better, just shifting. Like the ground beneath our feet is moving, and we can't stop it. We used to say, the world will end before we let outsiders into our ranks. Maybe we cursed ourselves with those words. Don't take it personally if Darvan decides to make an exception for you. I trust his judgment. And if he does, the rest of the Brotherhood will fall in line.
You're in the Hall of Remembrance, in the seat of the Stone Wardens. My name's Ast. I look after this place. Try not to make noise, or touch anything. They're not statues. They're Dilrida, who've entered the Stone Sleep. The name says it all, really. It's the sleep Dilrida fall into at the end of their lives, when they turn to stone. They were, as well as master craftsmen. Old Eirg, who was the first to describe the properties of weird steel. Very likely. I spend a lot of time near the weird stone. That and weird steel, yes. But it takes time. And they turned into stone, yes. 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 It's a hole, where symbols of remembrance for our ancestors are kept. Oh, all sorts. Best if you take a look yourself. You're here, so I probably can't tell you more than you already know. Various Dilrida who earned honor in the Stone Wardens. I don't know if their names will mean anything to you. Alright. That sculpture is Glimhildir Ironfinger. Ring any bells? She led the Stone Wardens 2 centuries ago. She looked just like that sculpture. Not much to say. Her rule was long and mostly peaceful. Yes, though in the Stone Wardens, tribal ties don't matter much. I keep things in order, and I guard this place and the memory of the Stone Wardens' history. Goodbye.
I wouldn't come any closer if I were you. Because I said so. And here in the official hall of the Stone Wardens, my word is law. Leave in peace. I'm not granting an audience. Ah, your powers of observation are truly impressive. A nice piece. I recognize Gavor's design. Is this his way of telling me you're worth my time? Bold and straightforward. Qualities we look for among our own. But there's one problem. You aren't of Dalrita blood, which means the grace of the Stone Dream won't be granted to you. So, I can't admit you to our ranks. Our ancient laws say you might, yes, but they're called ancient laws, not simply laws for a reason. If you achieve something great, say a feat of war, the Elder Council might allow you to walk the path, provided someone would stand in as your father. But as I said, it's no old dead law. Our tribes aren't exactly known for their hospitality, let alone naming outsiders as kin. Once, yes, Camelot had written him off, and he joined the knights that never came. Their tomb lies here, at the Forlorn Swords. He never returned to Camelot because he embraced our ways and chose to stay. No surprise he didn't feel like going back to the capital. Don't fool yourself into thinking you'll repeat his story. He barely completed his path, and not a single one of our women would lie with him. And so, that night's line ended. Well, if you've won Gavor's favor, I'm willing to risk giving you a small task.
prove your worth to the Stone Wardens, you must find a weird stone vein. I assume you know what it is. It used to be the first task for any prospective member of our Brotherhood. These days, most deposits are depleted, so the task is a bit harder. I can tell you where to start searching. There was once a rich vein in an old mine to the north. It may yet run deeper. We abandoned it a century ago, so I can't say exactly what you'll find inside, but I can guarantee you'll find something. And on that note, if I were you, I'd bring my best weapon. Until next time.
Egil sent you, did he? I'm Stroner, a blacksmith. What brings you to our village? That kind of order should go straight to Thrigvi, though I doubt he'd be eager to leave his throne. Until a new chieftain is chosen, Thrigvi won't attend the moot. Well, that's good news. You're just the kind of person I've been hoping for, to help with Thrigvi, that is. Thrigvi always dreamed of surpassing mortal strength, of becoming as mighty as the giants. He became obsessed with the lone pillar near our village. The Ulfr might not be known for their writing, but we have our legends. Thrigvi found out the pillar was a place where giants entrusted their souls to the Fore-dwellers, whatever that means. So we had a throne forged into the pillar and sat on it during a weird night. What happened after that changed everything for our tribe. I wouldn't call it madness. Thrigvi stopped being human. He grew to a monstrous size and gained unimaginable strength. He became something other. After that, human concerns no longer mattered to him. Yet he's still Ulfr, bound by our customs and rules. It might not mean much to an outsider, but trust me, it's a very dangerous situation. We tried. The moment we declared a new chieftain, Thrigvi appeared out of nowhere and killed the contender with a single blow. Then, like nothing had happened, he returned to his slumber. After that, the Ulfr began worshipping him like a god. Hard to believe, considering our disdain for magic and religion, isn't it? Yet, here we are. Don't be surprised if you hear them singing his praises or fawn. They're terrified of his power, although none of them will admit it. Ah, so you've met some of my brothers already. You wouldn't ask that if you hadn't. Since you know about the Stone Wardens, I'll tell you the truth. Yes, I'm a member, and the Ulfr village is our unofficial capital. Darvan himself resides here, Gerfan's own brother, and our leader. I don't know for sure. Thrigvi doesn't speak much these days, not in his current state. But I have a theory it probably had something to do with the awakening giant of the Gunvalder tribe. Many tribes envied them for it, and Thrigvi has a special connection to the giants. Maybe that played a role in his decision. Yes, definitely. The Ulfr might be stubborn, but we've always valued unity among the Dalrita. Without Thrigvi's influence, there'd be no question. But his shadow looms large. It's hard to see a way forward while he's on that throne. The Ulfr are a proud people, always the first to charge into battle. For us, an honourable fight is the greatest glory and duty. We are also renowned for our blacksmiths, the finest and the forlorn swords. Our weapons and armour are unmatched all across Avalon. But now we've lost our way. When Gunvaldr called for aid, and Thrygvi forbade us from going, most of us stayed behind. It's the greatest shame of our tribe, and I know many feel the same. The only way to remove an Ulfr chieftain is through an honourable duel, but there's no honour in fighting something like him. Perhaps my mentor Darvan knows how to defeat him. He won't tell me. He says he's afraid I'd try to face Thrygvi myself, and honestly, he's probably right. If I knew how to bring him down, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But Darvan thinks if our plans were discovered, I wouldn't live to see another day. He's probably right about that too. My brothers have grown unpredictable. Are you mad? Thrygvi is practically a demigod. No mortal can defeat him. If that's what you've decided, though I still think it's a terrible idea, you have my permission to challenge Thrygvi to a duel. I'll stay close by, just in case you fail.
Oh!